Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play. We are here in the mainland of Cantha. We just arrived last episode, or episode before last. And we're off to do some stuff for Master Togo. We're supposed to meet him out here in the city, which is a whole new locale, new enemies, new architecture, new theming. Exciting stuff. As you notice, a lot of the mobs are level 20 now. It is more or less assumed at this point that you're basically level 20, so we are not, and neither are a lot of our heroes, so we'll see if we'll struggle with any of that. I have a feeling we will. I can't my HP. But yeah, I love this. This is kind of a more rich area of the city, so you see it's a lot more pretty. There's, you know, actual plants and stuff around. It's not like super cracked, you know, super packed together. And like, as we get farther into the city, you'll see it just kind of gets worse and worse. There's a minister here, a nobleman. But yeah, this is like a, you know, non-futuristic Blade Runner, Pack City, dystopian kind of thing. It's pretty cool theming. Over there is like a little island with some stuff. These Jade Brotherhood are one of the two main gangs in the area. There's two main gangs in the area. You have the Jade Brotherhood, and then there's another group called the Ampha, I believe is the other one. Yes, the Ampha is the other one. Actually, kind of curious how long it's going to take us to hit max level. But anyway, let's keep on going. Yeah, the city has a lot of personality. It's actually my least favorite of all the zones in this campaign, but that's nothing against it. That's just more of the extreme strength of the rest of the city as a whole. Wait, am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not going the wrong way. Okay. Or the other locales in this campaign. Ooh, gold. Let's see what we get. Superior absorption. I don't know if it's worth anything. But yeah. Nothing against the city. The city is really cool. It's just the other areas are even cooler. I like how like I could kind of see through the textures there. Not really done completely right, but it doesn't really matter. Have us a nice little walkthrough. Oh, over here is like a show. It's like a little theater show going on here. This little hut. And here's a little stage. A little plant back there. There's a lot of like little things in the city that give it a lot of like personality. Wait, let's talk to Togo. Remain alert at all times while you're here in Kaineng City, for the scoundrels, thugs, and pickpockets have places to hide here, and they will be more than happy to take advantage of you. Master's burden. Ah, good. You have come to join us. I fear you'll need all the assistance we can get to stop this plague. First, however, you and I have another important task we must attend to. Yijo's mother has a shop here, and as a master of Xingje Monster, it is my duty to inform her of what happened to her son. You and Yijo trained close together, and you were there when he died. Perhaps if she knows they died with honor, she'll find some consolation, however small. The last time I saw Gia is when I came in to announce Yijo's acceptance to the monastery. Kind of sad. Be on guard. The beasts here are stronger than the ones we have faced previously. Okay, here's kind of like more of the slummy part of the city. You see, it's not as nice. Laundry hanging up. Still a lot of character, and the maps are very layered. That's a cool thing that they did here. Oh, this is the other gang in the area, the Ampha. And one of their things is that they often will drop out of the sky, like you saw right there. That was actually a kind of lucky that I got a shot of that. But yeah, that's kind of like their thing. That's what they do. They drop out of the sky. And they are, of course, rivals to the other gang in the area. Of course, these are rangers, so we do less damage to them with elemental. Reflect. Yeah, well, now we're kind of getting a little bit more into the underbelly. There's just a lot of cool details in here. I can't imagine what this actually took to make, because, like, yeah, a lot of this is just repeating textures and stuff, but there's a lot of cool, like, little overhangs and little, like, things going on, you know? More peasants. And like, despite the fact that the zones are obviously still pretty open, they do a relatively good job of making them feel like, you know, like you're packed in. Up here is kind of a little bit of a nicer area. Here is Gia. I am sorry, but my shop is now closed. I believe the merchants in Kaineng Center are still open for business, so there's something you need immediately. Master Togo. Kai Nakai, your presence here with the student other than my son can mean only one thing, but I knew this. Even before you came, I knew that my son was dead. I've heard of the plague reaching the monastery. I dreamt of my son's passing many times in the last few days. Your presence here only confirms my dreams. I'm glad that Yijo did not have to see what has become of us here, how badly the plague has affected us. I pray only that he died with honor. Now please leave me to grieve. Okay. Now we're going back to the docks, it looks like. It's never easy to tell a mother that her child is dead. It was good of you to accompany Master Togo and offer your condolences to Jira. Yijo would have wanted that. While you were helping Master Togo, some other professors arrived. They're headed off towards the Weizhong Bazaar. Master Togo has gone to the palace to see if the Emperor has any useful information about the plague. As I am sure you know, the Emperor and the Master Togo are brothers. Dun dun dun! Master Togo's mother caught the eye of Emperor Kinta, our current Emperor's father. Not many are allowed into the Emperor's palace, but he permits Master Togo entry because of their shared blood. While we wait, I have a task to ask for you. I sent some other monastery students out to Weizhong Bazaar to speak with the locals to gather information about the plague. I'd appreciate if you could find out what they have learned and report your information to Master Togo. The information may provide invaluable in determining the source of the plague. I'd rather stay with you here on the docks. It's like, nah, I'm good. I'd rather stay out here. Still leveled up. Die. Stop running away. Believe it or not, those 6 random mobs there were actually one of the most popular farms in the game, just because they had a they're a relatively good source of raw money due to the items they drop, and they have a chance to drop some really rare and expensive stuff. So it's very common for especially bots to farm those 6 warriors right outside of the outpost there. Over there is like a an Ampha, like I think that's the, or sorry, excuse me, Jade Brotherhood. That's like their symbol there on that flag, and that's like one of their islands that they own over there. There's a lot of really cool places in the city, especially, but especially if you just follow the main path, there actually isn't a lot like super interesting. I don't know. You kind of miss out on a lot in this game if you just do the main quests, but on the other hand, like, it's kind of hard sometimes to find the cool side quests. They're buried. And, like, some of them aren't actually very cool. Like, they might give you, like, you know, a couple snippets of interesting information, but it's, like, a lot of slogging through pre-quests and random stuff, so, I don't know. But yeah, that's like an or a Jade Brotherhood island over there. That's pretty cool. I think there's some quests to do with that. Anyway, here's some students. I need to be strong to protect my family. I am nothing special, but I'll do what I can with Master Togo's teaching. I'll make it through. I hit him in the market. Headmaster Gurenko? Gecko. Headmaster Gecko sent you? That is reassuring. I went to visit my family to make sure they were all alright. Apparently my sister left for the Echovald Forest to study painting. This is so scary. Do you not think I found out from my mother that the Obsidian Flame Guild is helping the guards keep the city from falling apart because of this plague? I'm sure with Master Togo's train I can make it through. Fear cuts deeper than a blade. I've got to remember that. That's why we studied under Master Togo, is it not? Talking with my old friends, I discovered this plague came out of nowhere. The Emperor is doing all he can, but apparently it's not enough. To all things must come an end, and this plague is no different. They're back at, like, the, dock area here. You want to cross some water. Red Shrine. I don't know, maybe I'll look into trying to find some interesting side quests. No promises, because some of them are annoying to get to and stuff like that. Oh, there's a boat out there. That's kind of cool. But I don't know. I've never done a lot of the side quests in this game. Here's like a different armor vendor out here. Here's like some more rocks, like the edge of the city. It looks like, or at least a slightly more natural part of the city. Because the city is massive, as you can see. It takes up most of the continent. This is where most of the people live. You only get to explore, like, I think this section up here, but there is, you know, technically stuff down here and stuff over here, despite the fact that we aren't really going to get to see it. Mayhem in the market. These streets are strange and hard to navigate. To be honest, I feel less of an outsider here than I did back on the Jade Sea. I overheard some traders talking of the Luxons, and it seems our nomadic ways have prevented the plague from affecting my people. So he mentions the Luxons there. So and another person mentioned the Echovald Forest. So these are the two other, like, factions. Well, the factions that the actual factions is named after. You have the Kurziks, which are kind of like down here, and the Luxons, which are over here. They're quite cool. They're pretty two distinct, different cultures, and we'll learn a lot more about them as we get to their stuff. But yeah, they're kind of what gives this game its, I don't know, I don't want to say flavor. Flavor's the wrong word, but they're very distinct from each other, and also very distinct from the Canthons, or the I guess that you called them Imperial Canthons, the people that live in the city. Then you have the people on the island. Being back home made me realize that the monastery wasn't all fun and games. This is not a game anymore. I tracked down some of the plague creatures, but thought it best to keep my distance and observe them for a while instead of rushing in like I might once have done. While I was waiting, I talked with a Kurzik from the Echovald Forest. He was saying the war between the Luxons and Kurziks continues apace. Old hatreds can burn for generations, eh? That's another thing. The Kurziks and the Luxons hate each other, so they're trying to kill each other. Looks like another opportunity for Lucas the Great. Do you not like the new title? I think it's most befitting in such a great city. This adventure in Kantha will be the thing to impress Danica. Master Togo just passed through here looking for Jinzo. He had sent the two of us here to look into possible causes of the plague, but once Jinzo saw the destruction in this place, he went a bit crazy and ran off to the sewers. I would have gone after him, of course, but a few more heroic things to do. Okay, so our old teacher Jinzo has apparently lost his shiz, as they say. I'm just checking some of these quests as they run by, see if there's anything interesting here. Not really super interesting. So he said he ran off into the sewers. That's the thing about this city, obviously, is that it's like ridiculously layered, you know. The old trope. I think I actually went the wrong way. I want to go back and go the other way. But yeah, so there's like tons of layers to this city. You know, we're not. There's like an Undercity, the above city, which is a little bit better, and then like the the slum-ish areas in between that aren't very kind of okay, but also not great. Some nicer architecture over here. Gives me like Warhammer 40k vibes, like Hive Cities. It's kind of like that, except medieval oriental style instead of futuristic. Yeah, so we're going down and down into like the deeper and more bad places of the city, for lack of a better term. There's a bridge up there. I don't know. We're probably gonna spend quite a bit more time in the city in first person, just looking around. Just soaking in the sights, as they say. Here's back where we met with Yijo's mother. A little bit nicer of an area. Still got the Ampha around though. Actually, what does this collector have to say? Greetings, allow me to introduce myself. I am Linter, owner of Linto's Curatos and Keepsakes. I've come up with an idea for an ingenious new product. It'll make me richer than rich, I'm sure of it. Here's what I might think of. When this plague dies down, everyone's want a souvenir to remember these crazy times. Am I right or am I right? No. I don't think people will want to remember the plague. Yeah, get your bubonic plague souvenirs here. Get your corona souvenirs. Authentic corona mask. I ain't gonna die to this trap. That's a really cool Grunt statue. I really like that. It's actually like made of ice. So here we are, the Undercity. Let's go on down to the Undercity. Here we are, like sewers with the pipes. Oh, can't dig it. Can't dig it. Making sure everybody's set up. There is some green down here too, though, which is kind of cool, but it's kind of like more like swampy-ish. It's like a pipe with some water running underneath it. It's what's interesting I find is that this part is actually open to the air. I never realized this, but a lot of the Undercity is exactly what it sounds like under the city. But there are some areas like this that are actually open to the air, which are pretty cool. town. It's like some Amphoth fighting over here. Now we're going back, and now we're going even deeper underground. Yeah, see, now there's like more of the city and stuff actually built above us. Oh, here's like a slightly better section down here in the Undercity. I wonder if there's any like lore about this, why like this area that looks quite a bit nicer. Maybe this like actually used to be above ground in one of the nicer areas. Oh, there's Lys, the twin goddess for Mesmers. And I think one other thing. Alright, which way do we go here? I think we go this way. But yeah, this is weird. It's just like this slightly nice area down here. I wonder if this is like, this used to be, you know, a nice part of the city, but then eventually as they just built over it and built over it, it's got, you know, crud. What did they say? Here's Jinzo and Master Togo. Ah, can I escape the sense of death and decay? Make it stop. Oh wait, no, Panaku's the guy I'm thinking of, not Jinzo, sorry. The horror, the complete devastation, I knew it was bad, but I did not think it would be like this. Whole families wiped out, innocent children left to wander the streets. If only I become a monk, perhaps I could have done something to prevent this. Thank you. This information is indeed helpful, and also we used to say that my trip to the palace provided worthwhile. I believe that I found the place that the sickness originated. It's a very dangerous place, even at the best of times, and the Emperor has now ordered it sealed in an attempt to stop the spread of the plague. I've spoken with the guard there, however, and he knows to expect you. I'll stay here with Jinzo until he's himself once more, but I'll catch up with you shortly. Don't worry, we will not be alone. Menlo, a talented former student of mine, will be joining us. I'm certain he has brought more help. Ah, Menlo. Oh, here's another unique mob to the region. Kappas. They're like turtles. They live like down there in the sewers. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now we're gonna have to fight more afflicted, and they're actually like in pretty big packs now. Yeah, be careful of these ritualists, because they actually have a res. But yeah, the Kappa are like one of the local things in the region. A little... I don't think they can actually get to us from down there, but they're gonna cast spells on us, so I have to kill them real quick. Yeah, but one thing I mentioned with the city is how the city is very much like very, very packed. It is very, very easy to just over aggro in the city. Thankfully, this monk boss didn't pull at the same time. It looks like he's a smiting monk, though, so it wouldn't have really mattered, but I prefer to not have to contend with monk bosses at the same time as packs. Alright, let's see what we get. Superior channeling. I think we already have a superior channeling. I think we do have a superior channeling. Okay. That did not end as expected, but that's fine. Some more, like... Oh, there's Dwayna. One of the other gods. It's another open air area. Sky here is also, like, dark and foreboding. There's some little huts and little plants in the window boxes, you know. The idea of, like, people trying to make their lives, you know, not crap down here is super interesting. It changed to be made by I once was a member of the Ampha. Huh. Converted themselves over to a new religion. So it looks like the Ampha are, like, worshipping the plague or something like this. Interesting, interesting. But anyway, here's the guard. Guards have appealed. Imperial Herald all came by with a letter from the Emperor granting Master Togo entry. I'm not about to defy the will of the Emperor by letting you not go, but I fear that the one thing that awaits you past this point is death. I hope I am wrong and you stop the plague before it destroys our lives. Are you sure to continue? Alright, here we are. Vizunah Square, local quarter.
What the?
May the gods have mercy on our souls. Are we too late?
Not yet. But we must not allow those plague beasts to spread their affliction any further. If they do, everyone in this province will be in danger.
Oof. I'm telling you, man, they got the Rona. Now, who's this?
I see great things in your future. Yours will be a story told by generations. Your swords will be sought by many.
Nonsense.
Yes, yes, you will do things no other man would dare. Your name will live on for 1,000 years.
Shut your mouth, old fool.
Yeah, who's that?
Look for fortune to come your way.
Wait, is that... Look for fortune to come your way. I don't think she meant like 12 gold coins, my guy. There we are. Here we are in the Vizunah Square, the local quarter. This is an interesting mission because there's actually two sides to the mission. One for characters native to Cantha and one for characters from the other games, but still basically the same mission, so I probably will not show it twice. But yeah, anyway, that's be all for today. I want to thank you for coming out. I hope you have a great day. I will see you in the next one.